So welcome to our gentle stress management class for this week. We are continuing that exploration of using mudra for meditation and yoga. And today we're going to be working with Dhyana Mudra. Dhyana actually translates to mean meditation, and this mudra is a mudra of peace. So peace is our theme for the class today. So let's take a moment to warm up our hands and get ready for this mudra practice. Take your hands, bring them a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. We'll take a big inhale and then just clap the hands on the exhale. And do that a couple more times. Inhale and exhale. We'll do that one more time. Inhale and exhale. And then just begin to vigorously rub those hands together. As we rub these hands together, we are starting to awaken the energy of the hands. And we know that there are 72,000 nadis or channels of energy that move through the body, and many of those come to a point in the hands. So these hands are very, very powerful. Also an extension of the heart chakra, which is the energy center in the body related to the qualities of love, support, compassion, empathy, and gratitude. And all qualities that we could really use a little bit more of in the world today. So as you're rubbing your hands together, make sure that you get the tops of the hands, you get the space between the fingers. And then whenever you're ready, just take a moment to ground. So feel those feet on the ground, feel the sit bones in the chair. Let the hands come just a few inches apart. And just sort of pulse the hands in and out without touching. And maybe even close the eyes and just notice what you feel in the hands or in the space between the hands. So you might feel some tingling or some heat. Maybe you feel just like a little bit of resistance as you press the hands together. Sometimes it can feel a little bit like you're trying to push two magnets together when one of them is backwards, that little resistance. And for me, I sometimes feel like there's taffy between the hands that I'm pulling and pressing. We'll take that energy now into our mudra. So again, the mudra that we're working with today is Dhyana Mudra. You're going to take the left hand so that it's facing palm up. And then the right hand sits right down into that hand. And then the two thumbs gently touch to create this little sphere shape. And then we let this mudra rest right on the lap. And then from here, we're just going to start to go inward. So as we're breathing, we can start to feel that the inhale creates that expansion in the body. And the exhale creates that quality of release. So with each exhalation, just imagine that you're shedding another layer of external stimulation, another layer of the outside world, and just feeling like we're moving the awareness inward from that external to that interior. And as you feel those feet rooted into the support of the earth, feel your sit bones balanced and level. And feel that sense of rise coming into the body, up through the trunk, through the spine, through the crown of the head. And let the breath move deep and slow. as you rest here with this mudra, the mudra of meditation, mudra of peace, just imagine for a moment that you're holding the whole world in your hands. And imagine that those qualities of love and support and compassion and empathy and gratitude are being infused from your heart, through your arms and your hands, into this planet and to all beings on this planet. Let yourself create the intention for your practice today to connect to that deep reservoir of peace that resides within us, that divine peace that is in us, around us, moves through us. It really is the essence of all things. When we strip away all of our differences, all of our belief systems, habit patterns, trauma, wounding, when we strip away all of that at the very core of who we are, we're the same. We're light, we're peace. Well, let's see if we can tap into that today. Now from here, let your awareness come back to your physical body. Take a moment to release the hands onto the legs. And as you inhale, just again feel yourself sitting a little taller. And on your exhale, simply drop the chin toward the chest and feel a gentle stretch in the back of the neck. Find your way back to center on an inhale. And on your exhale, drop your right ear toward your right shoulder. Let an inhale bring you back to center, and as you exhale, drop your left ear toward your left shoulder. Feel that gentle ease move into the neck as you move the head. Find your way back to center on an inhale and just relax on the exhale. Now from here, guide your awareness to your shoulders. On an inhale, gently shrug the shoulders toward the ears. Now let the exhale fall out through the mouth as you relax the shoulders. On this next inhale, gently squeeze the shoulders forward. And as you exhale through the mouth, let the shoulders relax. And now on an inhale, squeeze the shoulders back behind you. Feel that heart space open. Exhaling through the mouth, relax the shoulders. Now gently seal the lips and let the breath return to its natural rhythm. On your inhale, roll the shoulders forward and up. And on your exhale, let the shoulders move back and relax them. And do this a couple of times, inhaling forward and up, exhaling back and relaxing. As we move these spaces in the body where we tend to hold a lot of stress, a lot of tension, let yourself invite in that sensation of peace and ease. As you feel the breath, the exhale, the release, let that release translate into letting go of the discomfort and tension that you're holding in this physical body today. Now let's take the circles the other way. So just changing direction, keeping the breath moving. As we continue to infuse the body with that peaceful sensation, clearing the way with those exhalations to release what doesn't serve us so that peace and ease can move in. Now bring the awareness to the hands and take a moment to bring the palms together in front of the chest. Let the elbows lift so you're feeling a gentle stretch in the wrist. Take a moment to move the fingers forward and then back toward the heart. So we're just wiggling some tension, some gentle stretching into those wrist joints. And then let the hands come back to neutral. Drop the elbows. Press the right hand into the left hand and just let the wrist move so the palm of the hand moves up and the back of the hand moves down. So a gentle stretch here. And then come back to neutral and do the same thing on the other side. So the left hand gently presses into the right palm. And then we'll come back to center. Now bring the hands apart and let the wrists move so the palms are facing down. It's like you're making almost like a little square with the forearms and the palms. And then take the right hand on top of the left, very gently press into that hand so that you feel another stretch, this time in the top of the wrist. Take a couple of breaths here. And then release the gentle press. Switch the hands so the left hand is on top. Gently press down. Feel that stretch move into the wrist. And then we're going to bring the hands back so the palms are facing one another. And we're going to start our prayer wheel. So as we spin the prayer wheel in toward the heart, imagine we're moving peace into the heart. And as we spin the prayer wheel out, imagine we're sending peace out into the world. And let that be our intention, our prayer, our wish, our resolve for this practice today. To bring peace in, to unlock the peace that's already residing deep within us, and to send it out into the world so that we can begin to perpetuate a new way of looking at things. Now let's go the other direction, spinning that prayer wheel. And then just take a moment to give those hands a little shake. Now let's come down into the legs a little bit. So as you inhale, feel yourself sit nice and tall, whether you're seated on the floor or in the chair, doesn't really matter. Just find your nice tall seat. We're going to take the hands to the back of the right thigh. Find your weight balanced on those sit bones and just begin to move the foot. So we'll take some time to point and flex the ankle. Wiggle the toes. Maybe take some circles with that foot. 2 or 3 in each direction. Feel your strong navel center holding you stable here. Sit bones level, shoulders relaxed. And we're just going to start to bend and extend that leg. So as you inhale, bend the knee. Heel toward the buttocks, knee hugs toward the chest. And then as you exhale, straighten the leg any amount, reaching through the heel. Let's do this 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. So we're starting to create sort of a pump. Let's do 2 more of these. Sort of a pump to move the blood and the lymph back up to the heart, increasing our circulation, warming up the legs, bring the same stretch to the other side, taking the hands under the thigh, gently guiding the knee in any amount, taking a moment to move the foot. And again, as we're moving through this practice, as you're feeling what's going on with your body today, continue to just imagine that you're sending that ease and peace into the body, into these parts of the body where maybe you feel a little stagnant, a little stuck, a little sore, or maybe even a lot sore. Let that breath release the tension and let that energetic intention of creating ease infuse those parts of your body that are really asking for it today. We're finding that bend and extend, creating that pump, moving the blood and the lymph in the legs. Good. Maybe just a couple more of these. And then release that foot. Let yourself come back to sit nice and tall. Let's take a moment now to reach the arms out wide and let the thumbs sort of point backwards and up. So there's this big lift of the heart. Inhale, press the thumbs back, open the heart, reach the arms slightly back. Exhale, come forward, wrap yourself in a big hug, a big embrace. Let's do that again. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the heart, unwind those arms, reach the thumbs, big, wide open heart. Exhale, rounding forward, coming into this little embrace. So we're going to do a few more of these, and I'm going to give you the option to continue to hug the body, the core of the body, or if you'd like a little more, you can round and wrap the arms under the legs and give the legs a big squeeze. Then the inhale lifts the head, the heart, the core, the arms wide, big breath. The exhale moves it in, curls the body back in toward the legs. Now let's do a couple more of these. Feel the expansion. As you open the heart, imagine you're sending that peace out into the world. And as you exhale, feel yourself going inward, back into that interior to connect to that deep reservoir of peace within. Let's do a couple more of these. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Now, wherever you are with this hug, whether your arms are wrapped around your core or your legs, let yourself rock a little bit from side to side. Feel the sensation of being rocked, of that calming sensation that comes with being held and rocked, and just let yourself settle into it for a moment. Let yourself gently sway from side to side, and feel those exhalations, allowing you to continue to let go. Let yourself find the ease of this gentle swaying, dropping into the calm effect on the nervous system. And then make your way back to center, back to stillness. Bring your hands onto your thighs and gently press the rib cage off of the legs. Let yourself find that nice long spine once again. So now from here, we're going to do a little bit more with the shoulders. So we're going to take the right arm, reach it straight up or straight out in front of us. So the thumb is pointing up. From here, we're going to reach the arm up over the head any amount. So maybe the upper arm brushes the ear, and as we turn the body to the right, we start to open the heart and reach the arm back behind us any amount. So the thumb is still pointing up. Then we're just going to close that door, let the arm come back out in front of us. Inhale up, open the heart, turn the thumb so it's pointing up as you reach back behind you any amount, and really let the shoulder blade lead the way here. So you're not reaching behind you like this. The heart is lifted, the shoulder is on the back, the thumb is up, and there's our twist. Then we come across the body, thumb up. Let's do one more of these. Inhale to lift, turn the body, rotate the thumb so it's pointing up as you reach the arm back. And then we're going to swing that arm all the way across the body. So the hand's going to go on the left knee. The left hand will go behind you, and you're going to turn your body to the left. So from here, feel the roots of the feet through the legs. Feel your sit bones, feel that nice long spine, and just that gentle turn of the head. Every breath in, creating more expansion, and every breath out, giving you that feeling of release. Where in the body do you feel a need to invite in more ease, more peace? And just imagine that you're sending that peace right into that space where it's needed. And when you feel ready, you're going to come back to center. We're going to take that right arm up over the head one more time, reach it back one more time, and then sweep it forward and relax. A little circle here with that shoulder. We'll do that same little action on the other side. So the left arm's going to reach straight out in front of you with the thumb up. Inhale to reach it up over the head any amount, and then begin to turn the body as you pivot through the shoulder, reaching back, thumb up. Shoulder blade leads the way. Then we just close it up. Inhale, up. Exhale, turn. Good. And close. Inhale, up. Exhale, turn. And close. Let's do one more of these. Inhale up. Exhale, turn. And this time we come all the way across the body. So the left hand comes to the right knee, right hand behind you. Inhale to find some space. Exhale to turn any amount from the low belly all the way up to the crown of the head. Finding that dialogue, the dialogue between the mind and the body. Inviting that feeling of peace, of ease, into those spaces that feel stuck and stagnant, dormant, tense, discomfort. Imagine that that peaceful feeling is just replacing those sensations. And then when you feel ready, come on back to center. Reach that arm up one more time. Open that heart space one more time. Bring it on back. Release the hand and find another circle. Good. So from here, let's move back into the legs. So we're going to take the right leg once again behind the thigh, lift it up. We're going to flex that foot and extend the leg out any amount. And I want you to hold on to that leg with your two hands and just use those hands to turn the thigh in and out. So you can see my foot is turning, but it's not turning from the ankle, it's turning because I'm moving my entire leg. So we're getting into some hip flexibility here. So the knee can soften a little bit if you need it to. Just feel the action of turning the hip in, turning the hip out. Good. Let's just do one more here. Now turn it out, turn the hip out so that the toes are turning out and the heel is turning in. And then bend that knee. And two options. Option number one is going to be to put that foot on top of the other foot at the ankle. Option number two is to put that ankle on top of the left thigh. So you can do either version depending on how it feels in your body. But we want to create this little kind of figure 4 shape. Okay, so if you look down, you can sort of see the shape of the number 4 here. Now you're going to take your right hand, bring it into that hip crease, right high up into the hip crease on the right side, and just kind of push that down. Feel like you're just rooting that tension into the earth so that the earth can absorb it and transform it, okay? You may feel a nice hip stretch here already. That's great. If you do, just hang out here and breathe. Use those exhalations to release the tension and send that feeling of ease and peace into that hip joint. We want to keep the foot flexed here. That's going to help protect the knee. If your knee is a little cranky, you can just take one hand and put it right on the knee. If you're not really feeling very much here and you want a deeper stretch, you can start to hinge forward at the hips. So the rib cage and the chest moves forward. Keep the shoulders back, keep the head lifted, keep a nice long spine here as you simply hinge forward. And you'll feel that starts to change the stretch. It may increase the intensity of it, maybe it moves into a different space. So find a comfortable edge. In other words, a place in the stretch where you can manage it, it's sustainable, you can relax into it, but you're definitely feeling the sensation of a gentle stretch. And then we just breathe. And what you might find is that as you breathe with it, as you sit with it, it starts to shift. The nervous system starts to respond, it starts to let go, and then maybe you're not feeling as much anymore. So if that begins to happen, you can always just be there with that ease. Or if you feel like you want more release, you can hinge forward a little bit more to deepen the stretch. So again, you're responsible for your body, for the sensations that you're receiving, and making a decision, what is the best place for me to be in this pose right now, so that I can move toward ease, I can move toward peace. So let yourself have another breath or two here. And then when you feel ready, just let yourself come back to that long spine. Now we're going to keep the legs in position for just another moment. So we're going to come back to our little twist. So let's take the left arm straight out in front, thumb up, just like we did before. We're going to inhale to lift the arm up over the head. Exhale as we turn the body to the left, reaching back with that thumb up. Then we're going to come all the way across the body. And that left hand is coming onto the right knee. This time we've got this open hip. Right hand is going to go behind us. We're going to lift up through the spine, breathing in. Exhale to turn the body to the right. Again, from the low belly all the way up to the crown of the head. Feeling this open hip twist. Continuing to flex that right foot and let the right sit bone get heavy. Notice where you feel sensation. Notice where the body's asking for ease. And send that peace into that space. And when you feel ready, start to unwind. We'll take that left arm up again one more time, turning to the left, reaching it back. Closing it up, bringing the hands onto the knee and the foot. Take a moment here just to move that ankle around with the hand. So we're using these powerful hands with all of this energy and magic to infuse the body here with some love, with some compassion, with some ease, with some peace. And when you feel ready, lift the leg, extend it back out in front of you, turn the thigh in and out a couple of times. Maybe give the whole leg a shake and let that foot come back to rest on the ground. Just take a moment here to notice the difference between your two legs. Any sensations in the right leg, in the left leg. Maybe they don't feel different at all. Maybe they do. Just notice. Take a couple of breaths. And then we'll kind of just do that whole thing on the other side. So we're going to take the left leg into both hands and lift it up. We're going to extend it out any amount. So you might have a little bend in the knee, maybe the leg is straight. We're going to use the hands on the thighs to start to manipulate that thigh bone. So we turn the thigh bone in, we turn the thigh bone out. And you can see, again, my foot is turning in and out, but it's because of the movement that's happening in that hip joint. So take a couple more of these, just moving that thigh bone with the hands. And we're going to turn it out. And now, again, that left ankle can come to rest on top of the right foot. So this is option number one. If you need ease and this feels like enough for you today, you're going to stay right here. If you want a little bit more, you can bring that ankle up to the thigh. And you might notice that one side is very different than the other, so let yourself honor any differences here. So we want to flex this left foot. That's going to help to protect the knee. We're going to take the left hand up into that left hip crease. Again, nice and high right here. Push that thigh bone down. Feel that sense of rooting the tension in that hip flexor, rooting it into the earth, letting it be transformed. Now from here, again, we can bring one hand onto the knee. One hand can go to the foot. That feels right. We're going to lift up through the heart. Now notice if you're already feeling a big stretch in that hip and that leg, you might stay right here. If you want more, you can start to hinge forward. So from the hip crease, we move the chest forward, we move the rib cage forward, and that creates a deeper stretch. So you decide how far you want to go with this. You want to keep the heart lifted. You want to keep the spine long. And all we're doing is just shifting the body forward, hinging from the hips. Let yourself find sensation of a gentle edge, and then be there and breathe and feel any release, any shift, continuing that dialogue between the mind and the body, and using the information that rises up to determine whether you back off or go deeper. And again, just sending that peace, that ease into that hip joint so that it can let go and feel safe and relax and open. Good. Let's take a few more moments here to be with the breath, to continue to work in the pose, to feel the sensation, and use the exhalation. And whenever you feel ready, go ahead and unhinge from the hips. Just let the spine get nice and tall. We're going to take that right arm up in the air, near the ear. Big inhale. Exhale as you turn to the left or to the right, reaching behind you. And bring it forward. And then we're going to bring that right hand to the left knee. Left hand behind. One more twist here. Inhale to get long. Exhale to turn the body from the low belly all the way up to the crown of the head. We turn, taking a moment to notice sensation, breath, inviting in ease and peace. Whenever you feel ready, unwinding the body, reaching that arm one more time up and back. And let the hand come back to the leg. Uncrossing the leg, give it a little wiggle. And then release. So from here, we're going to play a little bit with that internal-external rotation. So the feet are nice and wide, and we're just going to windshield wiper the legs one way and then the other. And you can feel how the thigh bones are rolling in and out, even here in this gentle windshield wiper action. Now let's take a moment to bring the feet back to a neutral position. Reach the arms up over the head. As you exhale, let the hands come back into that mudra. So the left hand holding the right, creating that little sphere shape with the thumbs. And begin to hinge forward again. One more little forward bend here as you release the chest. Let the arms drop down, holding that mudra. That mudra of meditation, that mudra of peace, of ease. Taking a moment to connect to the sensation of surrender. Surrendering to the greater good. And then when you're ready, draw the navel in to support the back. Let yourself rise up. Settle your mudra onto your thighs. Wiggle back into your chair a little bit. So what we're going to do today is a little bit more active relaxation and meditation. So you're welcome to sit in a chair with your legs flat, feet flat on the floor, or if you'd like to cross the legs, sit crisscross applesauce in your chair or on the floor, finding your mudra, that meditation mudra. Feel the spine get nice and long. Feel the roots of the sit bones and the legs down into the earth. And that feeling of rise as the rib cage lifts off of the pelvis and the spine grows longer. Take a big deep breath and feel that expansion. And then as you exhale, drop the chin toward the chest, any amount. Close the eyes so that the gaze is 100% inward. Feel that sense of moving inward to tap into that deep reservoir of peace. Below or beyond all of the layers and levels of just the experiences we've had in our lives, interactions with others, social influences, media, trauma, all of the little things that influence us every day, that make us feel divided, that make us feel less than. Imagine with each exhale you're shedding another layer so that you can get back to the core of who we really are. Light, love, divine peace. And feel as you sit here in this slightly active pose, there's a softening that can move over the body even as you're seated. There's a softening in the hips and the shoulders, a softening in the face. And even as we hold this mudra in our hands, there's a softness there. We can sit in integrity, in our truth, with strength, and still find the ease of softness. Still find a way to be in the world, to be gentle. And once again, as you breathe here, begin to imagine that you're holding the planet in your hands, in that mudra of peace. And imagine that you're infusing the whole world and all of its being with love and support, compassion, gratitude, most of all, peace. We'll finish today with a mantra. I'm going to repeat it 3 times. First in English and then in Sanskrit, and you can repeat it after me. And just imagine as you say these words that you're sending peace out into the world and also allowing it to bubble up and fill you from that innermost core out to the energy body. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. And may my life contribute to that happiness and freedom. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. And may my life contribute to that happiness and freedom. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. And may my life contribute to that happiness and freedom. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Let yourself take a deep breath and exhale through the mouth, feeling the vibration of those words, sending that vibration out into the world. Imagine for a moment that you lift your hands and release the earth back into the solar system. Take a moment to bring the hands together in front of the heart. Thank you so much for being here with me today and allowing me to guide you through this practice. May your body feel peace. May your heart feel peace.